Thank you. May this feast...
Just like you to keep a king waiting at his own wedding.
Yet I arrived in the end.
A part of me worried you wouldn't.
I told you I would see you crowned, and now here we are.
Without you, I'd be dead. Another wasted hope for East Anglia.
You look good, Oswald. Like a man about to marry a more powerful woman.
Do I? Because I'm nervous as hell.
Of all the battles a man can fight, the war against himself is the hardest to win.
I hereby name you man and wife. And as man and wife, I name you... Oswald of Elmenham, first of his name, the rightful king of East Anglia, with his lady Valdis, soul, fist, and beauty of this land.
You've done it, Stuart. A king now sits on the throne of East Anglia.
Don't leave yourself out of this song. We did it together.
Back to your dreams then, of fire and Helheim.
I lost my way some time ago. Hard to say when. I don't want to be here. I never did. This was Halfdan's dream. He ordered me to see through. In my dreams, I'm sailing, remember? Wind in my beard, salt on my lips. I want that life again. Whether or not I find it, only time will tell. Until then, let us feast, drink, and forget our pain!
Skål, Eivor! Let's have a drink.
Your fist is without ale. Let us address that.
Surely a special kind of metal is required for drinking before the new king.
A metal not unlike your own.
To Odin and his endless glories.
And the new king of East Anglia. May his reign be long and good. Not bad, Wolf-Kiss. I wager you couldn't drink more than me if you tried.
A fool's wager.
A challenge nonetheless. What say you?
I will drink you under the table.
Confident, are you? Let us see how you fare against the ale beast of East Anglia. And we'll make it interesting. Put your silver where your mouth is. What say you?
Silver, such tiny ambition. Do it for the skulls that will sing songs of our superior bellies.
Then let our guts live forever in their tails. Come, let the making of a legend begin.
Is that what you said? Yes. Celebrate. Score. Drink more.
Staggering already. You're a bit green, friend. This ale is strong, brother.
But I am stronger. Better luck next time, wolf-kissed. The boar represents fertility. Did you know that?
Estes Freyr, what's your point?
You impress me, Eivor. Your battle wisdom, your strength of character, skilled in so many ways. Yet I wonder, is there any skill of mine that I could impress upon you?
Even a fool has something to teach, whether they're aware of the lesson or not.
Hey. But I could show you how to wield my plow sword.
Be plain about it, Stiffspear. You want to lay with me, is that it?
That I do. Will you follow me? To a place more comfortable?
A good plow sword is a rare thing. Lead the way.
Gods. That's worth a verse or two in some skald's song. I'll remember that for all time, Eivor.
I will too, brother.
The sagas are never this good. This night remains glorious.
You're as like rooted as a bear in a birch tree. These are the moves of Elmenhar.
Eivor!
Eivor!
Wolf-kissed, gaze upon my pots. It's so strong. Unbreakable at this distance, no?
They are not, brother. My arrows shatter whatever target they strike.
Even after draining so much meat, succeed and you shall be rewarded.
Maybe later, brother.
Care for a challenge?
Eivor!
Still waiting for me to break your pots.
Yes! No one else will entertain me. Come on, do it!
Keep your eyes open long enough to witness me, you drunken lout.
Adele, leading a Saxon army, better than her brothers too. She charged into battle without fear.
Yes, that's it. As with everything, an easy task for the wolf-kissed.
Ah, barely a challenge.
Impressive, impressive. Here as promised. Now go enjoy the party.
I've never seen this church look so beautiful.
Oswald designed it himself. Handpicked all the decorations.
Eivor, Eivor! Some sweet wine for a sweet swine? Come join me! The Saxon god wanders somewhere up here, does he not? I haven't seen him.
They like to say he moves with mystery.
Look! The moon! It moves on trouble now. But one day it will be eaten by a giant wolf and the nights will be black forevermore.
Are you all right?
I've tasted glory once again. And it was good.
I'm glad to hear it. Now,
I always felt like Skoll or Hati. Chasing and trying to fulfill Halfdan's wishes. But now I've caught my sun and moon. I've got them and I don't know.
you can let them go. Sail to a further shore.
My longship's in Valhalla. Don't you remember? Firestarter.
Come on, let's get you to solid ground.
Everything's spinny. You're very strong.
You're very large.
Sorry for this, Eivor. I've had one last glory. I should be happy. I am happy. Thank you.
It need not be the last.
Not the last.
Enough fun and games. I should see how Oswald is doing.
Eivor, I'm about to address our guests, and I'd like you to be there.
It has been a worthy ceremony so far.
And have you had enough fun yet?
I am ready to hear you address your kingdom.
Good. Come, join me. Friends, honored guests, we've pushed through hard times. It seems like all we've known is loss and suffering. But it is not conflict that binds us. It is compassion. May we always favor compassion, even when our enemies refuse its boon. So, to my Dane friends and neighbors, I give thanks for the bravery you have shown during our collective struggles. And for my fellow Christians, may we continue standing as examples of our Lord's grace. Lights in the dark. I see East Anglia's future right here, right now, in all of you, Dane and Saxon alike. To our future.
Still a bit soft on insults, but the king has courage.
And to Eivor, without whom none of this would have been possible.
On behalf of East Anglia, let this ring be proof of our loyalty to the Raven clan and all they have done for us today.
Would you have any words of wisdom for us?
Oswald, you would not have been my first choice as king, nor my second. I thought you weak, bendable, without resolve. But not all men are as they first appear. I came to see that Oswald's heart is amongst the largest I have ever known. He is sturdy, he has wisdom, he has courage. All qualities of a man worthy to be king. He is the king East Anglia deserves, and the king you need. To the good king, Oswald!
To Oswald!
Skull!
Skull!
Scorn! Okay, everyone, the bridal race starts now. Remember, you all have to lose to the bride and groom.
Quick, brother! We can't lose to Oswald! You lost!
It was a beautiful wedding, Oswald. Like you said it would be.
Thanks to you, and everything you've done here.
It won't be easy putting the pieces of East Anglia back together. But you won't be alone. Saxon and Dane have banded together in your name. You're the right man for the throne, and they'll be with you.
Thank you, Eivor. I don't know what to say.
When we met, I spoke of an alliance. Will you hold to the oath you made?
I will. Consider East Anglia a friend of the Raven clan.
There will be a day when I come calling.
Goodbye, friend.
Until next time, great king. I should find Finir. Say goodbye before I leave.
Ah, greetings, Eivor.
You're missing the festivities.
I've had my fill.
It's as much yours as it is Oswald's.
I was a crumbling man, Eivor. Before all this, I thought I'd die a tired old failure. But now, my heart burns bright with newfound fire. I want to live hard, die fierce.
Glory cares not for age, Finir. Sail with me. My ship could always use a wise head and a strong axe.
Together,
Together.
I'll gather my things.
Have you seen Wallace?
And I will make you eat that.
Rowan, Holger, Wild. Eivor, thank Tyr. I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Right disappointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you? Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now,
There is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
A filly what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I'll hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood? Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of
Painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgafur's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan. Holger, let me hear your side.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom. To make use of rare resources to compose my verses. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovi's inks, all were given gladly.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleed.
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer. To make a perfect brush, I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
You clipped Alfgafur's tail to the rump without asking.
It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position. I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Elgifur's hair will grow back in no time.
Quiet, both of you. Now listen. Holger, Rowan is clearly in the right. You sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I borrowed the tail. Borrowed! Does the reality of regrowth not make this a victimless crime?
It is a two-victim crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will not do. As the horse's value has diminished significantly, you will pay Rowan its market price.
But the horse was not for sale. Rowan, admit it.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe and meet tomorrow as friends.
And if I do, may I keep the horse?
Pay the man and be done with it. Rowan, does this satisfy you?
It does. Thank you, Eivor.
Good. Then by Tyr's blessing, let this matter rest. We are done here. Return to your homes in peace.
Would you allow me to pay you with a vibrant painting? After all, in some way...
Oh, hello, Eivor. Good day. Word of our growing settlement has reached outside ears, so have a look around. You may see a few new faces. That Holger, he is quite a character.
I almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass and live with such petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need you right where you are.
East Anglia is with us. Their King Oswald has pledged his loyalty to us.
Eivor Kingmaker, we shall call you soon. Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Ealdorman there.
Good for Ceolbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you.
I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. The rest he will need to figure for himself. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Svend passed away a short time ago. The poor man slipped away in his bed.
I had not heard, no. And how is Tovi? She must be gutted.
It has been rough on her. She spends quite a lot of time at his burial mound. Speak with her, if you have the time.
Randvi, are you well? You seem distant.
I'm fine. Only a little tired, but well enough. Shall we look at the map?
Not until you tell me what is wrong.
Oh, I think I have. I feel somewhat trapped. In this room, and this settlement, and this life.
I cannot help you with your life just now, but I can get you out of this room. What do you say?
I don't know. There is much work to be done.
Stop. Forget about alliances and responsibility for just a few hours. We could take a ride to Grandebridge or somewhere nearby for a change of pace.
That sounds lovely. And too far to consider just now. But thank you, Eivor. Maybe another time. Now, what was it you needed?
I want to see the Alliance map. What about Senefordshire? Sigurd told me he had business there.
Ah, yes. Sigurd is there now, in fact. He bids you go meet him as soon as you can. He has partnered with a rebellious Thane called Giedrich, and hopes to install Giedrich as Ealdorman in exchange for an oath. There is an alehouse at the center of Buckingham. Sigurd will meet you there.
I should join my brother then. Where is Buckingham?
Along the Great Ouse River that divides Oxenfordshire. Sigurd will be pleased to see you.
An alehouse. This must be it. Sigurd's not here. I'll ask around. I'm looking for my brother, a large, outspoken Norseman.
Norse? Huh. Was he part of the fight here? Probably killed by Edwin's soldiers. Get gone while you can.
These soldiers always leave a bleeding mess.
Are you the alewife here?
You are not welcome here. I've had enough trouble with Danes today.
I'm not here to cause trouble. I'm looking for my brother, a large Norseman.
It was him what caused the ruckus. Him and that other one were here, talking to Thane Giedrich. Then Lady Edwin's soldiers swept in. A fight broke out. Your brother and the tanned fella got away. The soldiers nabbed Giedrich, though. I was sorry to see that. He's well liked in these parts.
Which way did my brother go?
What's it worth to you to find out?
I'm asking a simple question.
Look, Dane, you start a scene or a scuffle, and I'll scream for soldiers.
You're risking your life, and I'm the one who'll take it.
Oh my! All I know is they jumped through the window. Guards! Help!
Hand on me! It's a
Sigurd and Basim headed south. They wouldn't go far. Sigurd and Basim headed south. They wouldn't go far. I'll check along the river.
Wait up. Time to die! Your won't let us
Smells like a fish house. Good spot to hide.
Wait! Stop!
Ahlan wa sahlan, Eivor.
We could have cut you to bloody giblets, Wolfkist.
Why so unnerved, brother? It's not like you.
Half the soldiers of the Shire are hunting us. You must have noticed.
Is that why you haven't come home? You're playing hide and fetch with Mercian soldiers.
Your brother's a busy man, Eivor. Weighed down by pressing duties.
I wasn't speaking to you, Basim. I'll hear Sigurd's answers from Sigurd. Brother, we should be forging alliances. Send this man back to his warren before he leads you astray.
Eivor, gods above, I'm grateful you've joined us. We have made strides towards an alliance, in fact. A local thane called Giedrich has pledged an oath to me.
I've heard of him. The alewife also mentioned a Lady Eadwyn who commands the soldiers. Why not ally with her?
Lady Eadwyn's husband was the Shire's elderman, until Gudrun's army ended his life. Now she's taking up her husband's fight, with the promise of aid from King Alfred of Wessex.
Eadwyn vows revenge on the Danes who stole her husband and her livelihood.
From what we know, Alfred is a fearsome king. If Eadwyn can win his full support, this Shire is lost to Wessex.
So to fight her, you've pledged your sword to a minor thane who likely commands a gang of farmers and fishermen.
Have faith, Eivor. A few hundred Saxons armed with hayforks and billhooks can be terrifying.
Gods.
All men and women, noble or peasant, have within them the seeds of something greater.
This is true. Sometimes greater than the average mind can fathom.
Well, Eadwyn has Giedrich in shackles now. All your plotting has turned to ash.
Not if we act soon. She dragged her prisoners to the Longhouse. With you here, we can mount a surprise strike.
If Giedrich is our best chance for an alliance, let's see it done. Sigurd, has Basim talked you into something of little reward?
Eivor, have you lost hope in my warcraft? I heed Basim's wisdom, but he follows my lead. Always.
He has the look of one who trusts none but himself.
Basim is secretive by nature, for he is wise and forthright, and he has opened my eyes to a magnificent truth. He has promised me a reward so unusual, so incredible, it will shatter your mind to shards.
Brother, our bond has the iron heft of a war axe. Do not let Basim and his prophecies of good fortune sway you from our simple goal.
Never. Our goal is fixed. We shall soon be the Lord's mercy, then our ruin. But Basim has a deep insight. He's read wisdom in the lines of my face and heard the litany of my forefathers. Well, there will be time enough for my saga later.
Hey, come here! Sigurd, kill this sweaty fishwife.
Stay your blades. This traitor Giedrich will face trial, as will all the treasonous thanes of this shire.
You're the traitor, Edwin, calling on Alfred of Wessex begging for his army.
Clap your mead hole, Giedrich, lapdog of the Danes.
You'll sell us out to Wessex, and that poxy-ass bastard Alfred. We won't have it.
Lady, there is no need for slaughter. We all want peace for Oxen and for Shire. Can we find some agreement?
You heathenish fork-tongued Dane. Foul-smelling heap, I shit on you all.
Lady, choose your next words with care. For you see before you the future master of all England, Sigurd, of the hungry Raven clan. Lay down your arms. Free my friend here, and kiss my lordly feet. You will not get a second chance.
Sigurd, are you cracked?
And you can kiss my rosy red arse, wayface. I've done with this offal. I leave them to you. Flay them alive and tan their flesh for saddles.
What have they done to you?
What kind of mess did you get yourself into?
Try me! I can still fight these bastards!
Come on! Get over here! Hey, you! Back! Run, home!
Work with me!
Damn it to hell! The happy escaped! I was desperate to fight. You should have freed me.
Giedrich, this is Eivor, my stone-armed sibling.
Well met.
That was your plan, Sigurd. To charm the lady with your vague hope of kingship.
Prophecy, Eivor, not hope.
No time to squabble. Edwin's taken most of the Shire's thanes. She has her way. They'll be dead by supper.
Tend your wounds, Giedrich. We'll free your friends.
And what of the holy woman Fulke? You promised us a meeting with her.
I did, aye. But it's a fair mystery why you'd want to talk
Where
with...
is she?
Thane Holt will know. Fulke lives on his lands, but he'll be dead with the rest if you don't stop the trial.
Tell us where, and we'll go now. Their lives depend on the speed of your tongue.
Southwest of here, halfway to Oxenaforda, at the Lichvila garrison.
Basim, Eivor, to horse! Off again, Eivor. You and I, with blades drawn and hearts ablaze.
Who is this Fulke that Basim spoke of?
An ally, Eivor. A most important ally. A holy woman who trades in prophecies and secret knowledge.
That is not the sort of alliance we're looking for, Sigurd.
No, it's even better. You cannot imagine what discoveries await.
You're speaking strangely, brother.
Because I'm alive, Eivor. My heart's alight with the fuel of battle fire. Like old times, eh?
Yes, Sigurd. Like old times.
Remember our hunt.
For skinning the beast.
You are right, kneel.
We have time yet. They're holding the trials just ahead.
My blade is thirsty, friends.
What do you see? No, we must be careful. Not let the executioner swing his axe. No, we must be careful. Do not let the executioner swing his axe. This place is heavily guarded.
That's far enough.
They're about to execute the prisoners.
These subjects of the Lady Eivor have betrayed their oath to the Shire. Not true. Silence. They stand accused and are guilty of spreading calumny against our sainted Lady Eivor and engaging in sedition and general disreputable acts. Hey,
Look out for rock crows.
Lord preserve me.
What's that about?
Stuck in the stack, are ya?
No sign here.
Like a lame remain steadfast. Look down you! I'll stage your welcome.
Get me out of here before they have my head.
I am sorry about the others. Gidrid sent me. Let's get away from this place. Barred.
Talk safely over there. We fought with our Weasley Elderman for years. Now his widow wants to lop off our heads.
Bless you all. Thanks to you, I live to pay Lady Eidwin back in blood. I am Thane Holt. Does Giedrich live?
He's safe in Buckingham.
Good, Thane. We are at your side in this fight, to keep this land in the hands of those who love Mercia, be they Saxon or Dane.
God in heaven knows I'd sooner see a Dane married to my daughter than sell a man of Wessex one of my pigs. If Giedrich is behind you, then I am too.
We're told you know of a holy woman, Fulke. Where is she now?
Can we not fixate on this cipher, Fulke? Eidwin is our focus.
Fulke holds a secret that may turn the tide of this fight. Without her, I cannot achieve my full purpose here.
The madwoman Fulke?
If you want my backing, brother, you'll explain yourself. How is a madwoman central to your plans?
When we find her, I will tell you all you wish to know. Until then, nothing.
Understand this. Fulke is a heretic, a sower of poisoned knowledge, and an enemy of the Church. She claims to have seen or spoken with God himself, and for this, Lady Eidwin had her imprisoned, I know not where.
At a monastery, I suppose. We should make inquiries.
Sigurd, do we not owe Giedrich some word of what has happened here?
You can speak with him in my stead, but we must hurry. Fulke's life may be in danger.
We risk losing all the gains we've made here for the sake of this woman.
Trust me, Eivor. Fulke is of great importance. You'll soon understand.
I hope I will.
We have a camp to the east, at Linforta. An old harbor on the Great Ouse. Meet us there.
The Thanes that died here were honorable and just. By my faith, I'll raise a feared of able men and take revenge on Eidwin. Bring this news to Giedrich, and tell him we'll be ready when he calls.
Every man will be needed.
She's well supplied, that's for certain. Oil jars, spring-oiled arrows, fodder and the like. Take what's useful and burn the rest.
Giedrich.
Eivor, do the Thanes live?
In spite of our efforts, some were killed.
Damn good men, all of them. I swear I'll gut Eidwin to honor those we lost. And you, and your brother, are you still with me?
I like your bluntness, Giedrich. My axe is yours. My brother's too.
Eidwin's plopped her haunches down in her castle now. She has men and supplies coming. Curse her eyes. Where is your brother and the odd fellow?
They continue their search for the woman Fulke. He seems to think she will help us chase Eidwin to an early grave. But I do not understand how.
You do what you must, Eivor. I'll ready what men I've got for the coming fight. I'll move towards Kinnabella Castle and bring up the Feared for an assault. Eidwin's fortress is strong and sure.
Is there anything I can do to weaken her grip on the Shire? Or make her anxious?
Ah, there's a notion. You could chip away at her flag-bearers if you see them, and defend my Feared if any are in strife. We stole some of her supplies here. If you find any other stores like this, destroy them.
That I can do.
When you're ready for war, you'll find me at a camp near Kinnabella Castle.